Very rarely does a series of irons take my breath away. But guys, these are the Vega Classic series, including the VMB, the VDC and the VSC. Which one's best, which one should I use, and which one should you use? Let's find out, and let's do it now. Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson and welcome to this YouTube channel. Guys, in today's video I have the Vega Classic range of irons. I've tested all three of these irons in separate videos. I've fallen in love with all of them for very different reasons. Guys, stay tuned, we're going to test these irons for spin rates, for distance, all the numbers that your heart desires, and also for versatility out here on the golf course. We have a bladed iron, we have a dual cavity iron and a sole cavity iron. Which one would suit your game? Guys, comment below before you even see them. What do you think about using a muscle back, an MB, a blade? What do you think about using a cavity back? And what do you think about using an ultra forgiving dual cavity back? Right, we're going to test these clubs on the course as well. So I'm going to go blade first, then I'm going to go sole cavity back, then I'm going to go dual cavity back. And we're going to play a few different holes. We're going to see how close we can get to these flags. I'm going to show a couple of shots from the sole reviews because either I'm on form today or these are very, very, very nice. Right, 150 yard par 3 uphill, playing around 160. We'll talk numbers towards the end of this video, so stay tuned. Can we draw it in nicely over that bunker? This is the VMB. Just a nice normal shot, I think, with this will do. It's a great strike. We've left it out to the right. Minimal offset on the VMB. So didn't draw in at all like I would have liked it to. Next we're going to go VSC. This is a sole cavity back. It has a little bit more offset, a slightly bigger top line, however not quite as big. This is the club that I've been knocking pins out with quite literally. Although we hit the flag with the MB on the first as well, didn't we? Oh, look at that again, just fade in. Just fade in all day. Oh, that is delightful. And finally, so for me this is the club which I don't particularly like as much. This is the VDC, the dual cavity. This one probably wouldn't be designed for me. So the SC that I've just hit is designed to be adored by pros and your average golfers. This is designed more for your average golfer. Nice thick top line, a little bit more offset, still a tour inspired shape, but loads and loads of forgiveness. Also, these clubs share quite a few attributes which make them all special in the same way, but also in their own way. I'll get to that in a second. Right. Look at that for a ball flight. That is like an absolute rocket. Guys, let's go up there and let's see where these are. I mentioned a moment ago about these clubs sharing certain attributes. Look at all these leading edges. Yes, I do need to clean them, but they're all buffed off ever so slightly. For me, the turf interaction with these irons today has been as good, if not better, as any irons I have ever hit. You'll see I teed up in exactly the same spot there, and just a nice little divot going to the left. That is exactly how an iron divot should go. Not too deep, not too shallow, just lovely. Let's go and see where those are. I've got a feeling they might be quite good. So three very different ball flights there, three very different clubs even from the same family, but three quite good outcomes in that we've hit the green 2 out of 3 times. We've left ourselves some difficult putts. You can see we've gone long on all 3 occasions. Probably my fault there, I didn't take enough off the shots. But one thing I love about these clubs throughout the bag is the consistency levels that you will see when we jump in the simulator room. Let's go and hit some more shots. Let's see just how these compare, and let's have a look at how they compare visually and from a feel base as well, because if you're in the market for a set of Vegas, they're not cheap, so you want to make sure you get the right ones. So 3 not bad shots there on the par 3. Guys, when we do talk about the numbers for these golf clubs in just a few moments time, you'll be amazed how consistent not only they are per club, but as a family of clubs as well. So if you were to maybe try and sneak a few different clubs in there, just to have a bit of a split set, that might work for you as well. The lofts are all the same, so the 7 irons here, they're all 31 degrees. But if you do look at the top lines, it's amazing how different these clubs actually look for the level of golfer. I can't believe I've managed to line those up in the correct order as well. So on the right hand side here, or the left hand side as you're looking at it, that is the VDC. The middle club is the VSC, so the sole cavity, and the left hand club is the VMB. That's certainly my favourite. It's kind of shortest blade length, thinnest top line, but it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. So, first of all, we're going to change things up in the order. We're going to go VDC to start with. Amazing how I've spent so much time with these clubs today. I can tell which ones they are from just the top line, but then the bag appeal on them all, in their own characteristic way, does look incredible. If you see these in someone's bag, you're not going to think, wow, that's a mega forgiving iron, because it actually looks just like a thing of beauty. We have 165 uphill. Which one can we get closest with? The closest one last time was the middle club, the SC. Let's have some good swings on these. Oh, I bet that's so good. I don't know if I'm just swinging well today or if these inspire me, but these are all awesome. So I also have the same shafts in these. This is, I don't even know what it's called, a Shimada, I believe, Shimada Tour, and Vega feature their own Tour grips, which again, just feel a little bit more quality. I suppose quality is the optimum word there. Then we'll go middle club, which is the SC. We'll go from the same place to make it nice and fair. Can we muscle one up there with it? I mean, these are just all at them. Like, I would be stupid not to get these clubs and put them in my golf bag. We'll definitely take that off though. Now the MB. So this is a club that didn't go the furthest in the test indoors, as you can probably imagine. All of a sudden this looks really, really small down at the ball compared to the two. Again, just a big high cut into them. You'll see those three shot traces will look incredibly similar. Ooh, that one's just gone a little bit to the right at the end. But three very similar golf shots, three very similar golf clubs, but also three very different golf clubs. Guys, let's jump in the studio, let's have a look at the numbers for these clubs. Then we have, I'm going to call it, we're going to have a hole-in-one challenge, because this is where the shots finished up when I was testing clubs earlier today. And I'm feeling it. Clean them. Now, one of the big things that struck me when testing these Vega irons in the studio was not only how consistent the numbers were, but also just how good they all felt on their own. So you wouldn't expect the bigger club to feel as good as the MB, although it kind of does, although it doesn't look quite as good. So that just depends what you're looking for visually. I hit some fantastic shots here, just like we did out on the golf course. Look at this one nearly landed in the hole. And looking at the numbers, very, very similar numbers there. 116 ball speed for the VSC, 118 ball speed for the VDC, and 116 ball speed for the VMB. Spinning all around 5,000. However, the VSC did spin slightly more, and you'll see that robbed it of a little bit of carry distance at 169. But for me, that's probably the best one that I would want, because I'm going to have more control over it, and I actually just hit it really, really well out on the golf course as well. Speaking of out on the golf course, let's get back out there. So, three interesting shots there. The worst one was actually the last one, which is kind of my favourite one, the MB. That one just faded a little bit towards the end. The second one, so I think this is the closest, but there is green here. That is the SC again. That's, for me, the best performing golf club, I think, personally. It would be interesting to see for you guys at home, because Vega's strapline with that is a golf club that does perform for golf professionals and for the average club golfer. And then I've got no idea how that one's actually stayed there. That is the VDC, the dual cavity. So far the VSC is winning. When we look at those numbers, guys, isn't it amazing how consistent they all are? I still think the VSC going at 169 average with 5,400 spin is probably the club I should go for. But like 90% of golfers who would look at the Vega range, you're like, can I just, please, just can we like have a look at maybe the, can I just take the 7-iron, I think, anyway. Let's jump onto the par 3, let's have that challenge and see which one gets closest to the pin. And if one gets like really close, I might put some in the bag, because I absolutely effing love them. Right, even Laura is giving me some words of encouragement here. Come on, Laura, are we going to do it?
Yes.
Is that it?
You can do it.
We can do this. Right, guys, so we have 169 yards, pretty much the exact number that these clubs should be going. Again, I'm going to throw on screen some of the shots I hit in earlier. We're cheating a little bit because I've already played this hole today, but I love this hole. It's my favourite hole. It's the 11th hole. What order should we go in? Laura, which one should we go with first? Because
I'm just going to close my eyes and pick one.
Okay. That one. Okay, that is the VSC. I'll give you those. This is the club that probably suits me the best. This is a club that realistically, if I went to get fitted for a set of Vega irons, they'd probably spit these out and go, James, you would be a moron not to use these. So I'd probably go for the MBs, I think. But Come on, James. Here is the divot we left earlier, but this is how you should leave a divot on a tee. Filled in. No, you never replace a divot on a tee, you always fill it in, because otherwise someone could slip. Right. Come on, James. Vega for the win. Oh, it's at it again, Laura. It's a carbon copy. Long. Slightly long. Which one now? Give me one. Anyone? That one. Ooh, MB. Personal favourite, the MB. That's a green in reg, but it's not like, it's long. That's 10 yards long. I could stand here and hit these golf shots all day, which speaks volumes for how good these irons feel and how enjoyable they are. It's just at it again, it's like an arrow. Oh! Oh, just come and have a look at this again, because people are going to be tired about me talking about this bottom line and this sole, but as soon as you look at that, how it's kind of shimmied away at the toe there for that ground interaction, that's just what you want. That is absolutely stunning. And now we move on to, you're all right. Now we move on to the club that I probably wouldn't go for. I think this would suit most golfers. Imagine if this goes in now. I was just thinking that this would probably suit most golfers in the market for irons, because it is the most forgiving one. It is designed to have that element of it. I could go like a driving iron looking like this. Cut. Cut. Watch this bounce in now. You're saying no. No, long again. Long again. So the best shot there for me was the VMB. Guys, let's go up there and see where they are. I think if I do a little bit of a roundup, there's three fantastic options here for all golfers. They're not the cheapest clubs in the world. And even if you do pure the shafts, to go even more expensive. If you want to spend your hard-earned cash on some beautiful golf clubs that look gorgeous, that look outstanding, feel outstanding, and are forged from Japan, probably not many better options than these, especially the MBs, which I really want. So out of 3 holes there, remember when I made that stupid noise? Look how close the MB was to pitching in that hole. They've all released out a little bit. This is the SC, the VSC, the sole cavity. The sole cavity for me has been the best club today by far, although the MB has kind of, I really enjoyed that shot. I played with the MB and that's what I would go for. The VDC is probably the club that I wouldn't go for, but probably the club that most people would enjoy the most. Guys, if you've enjoyed all of these Vega irons, please get in the comments below and let me know. Leave a like on the videos and I might look at some. I've enjoyed this video the more than any I've done this year so far, and there's been a lot of them. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you all exactly the same time tomorrow. Don't you dare be late, because I will know about it. Bye!